This is Cornbread's review. Hey, this is Cornbread's review. This is Cornbread's review. Talk about the hottest movies, old and new. Send them a breakdown, grasping the truth. No acting, I leave that for the cast and the crew. The capture the cool, not theatrical goose. So you better be direct or you have to produce something to break in like last minute news. And keep quiet when the real boy Matt and they rules. Woo.
Yo, welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. Come on, man, I'm Cornbread 1016. Make sure you follow me and make sure you follow the movement, Cornbread Movie Review. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel right now. Come on, let's do it. Understand, I do each movie review in 5 different categories, all right? This is acting, cinematography, storytelling. Did I get what I bought? And then is it a must-see? Add up that number, spits out a Cornbread Movie Review, and then guess what? I always got a forgotten movie for y'all. Come on, man. So the streets was buzzing for this movie, man. What? Hot off the presses, it just came out. Come on, man. I wouldn't be Cornbread if I didn't get y'all a review on this. And today, we are going to discuss You People. Ladies and gentlemen, You People is out now on Netflix. What do you mean, You People? It's also rated R. To me, it was anticipated. As soon as I saw the first trailer, I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta check that out." The people have been hitting me up. Hey, when the You People review dropping? And of course, it's dropping right now. So, let's talk about the first category. All right, acting. Who is in this movie? You got Jonah Hill. Let me get into a topic real quick before I discuss Jonah Hill. I want to applaud him. He's doing something that's reverse cultural appropriation. What do I mean by that? People get on Justin Timberlake, people get on Pink, people get on Christina Aguilera, people get on Post Malone. All these individuals started in the hip hop realm and then they go away from it. They don't even know how to make a rap song or a hip hop song, right? They say, okay, using your whiteness to get on, get a buzz, and then you go do what you want it to do. Jonah Hill's doing the opposite. Jonah Hill started off in Superbad. That's the classic movie, by the way. That should be another forgotten movie, but classic movie. And then he's producing stuff like this and writing these type of movies. So we kill the people who are doing this on purpose, but I want to applaud him for making movies like this. So shout out to him. Now his acting skills. He plays a guy who has a podcast, and let's say he's looking for love, right? He's getting older. Also, his comedy or his scenes are always like awkward acting, right? It's freestyle. It's like we're in a scene. I know the premise of what I'm supposed to do, but there is no script. Let's go. We're going to freestyle. We're going to roast each other. We're going to make jokes. And to me, I love that. It's kind of like the 21 Jump Street, if you've seen that movie. But for me, pretty funny. He always plays the... he could be serious a little bit, but the guy who's always confused or trying to figure out a situation, he doesn't play the victim, but it's like he's always in an awkward situation. So that's how he was in this movie. Also, Lauren London. It's great to see her back in movies, man. You know, she's been through a tough time in real life with her husband, who was murdered. So it's good to see her back. She plays an individual. I wouldn't say looking for love. I would say just got out of a breakup or had to break up with an individual. But she didn't expect to, let's say, fall in love with a white guy. So she has to play, okay, I'm still black. I still have my friends. I still have my identity to uphold. But then I also have to be understanding because I have a white boyfriend or about to be a husband now. And he has a different family who's bringing a different dynamic. Their chemistry was actually good, even though it's not likely that they will be together. This cast, great casting. I'm not even going to highlight, obviously, Eddie Murphy did his thing. You also had Julia Dreyfus did her thing. I don't think they're like these type of people that they're portraying in this movie, but they played that to a T. I don't want to overlook that. The cast was solid overall in acting. I'm going to say a 4 out of 5 for the totality of how the actors are playing their role. Even the cameos did their job. They might have a 30-second, 1-minute bit. flawless, man. So I was highly impressed on what I was watching. So acting, it's a 4 out of 5 for me. Next category, cinematography. Usually this is the category where I also talk about the budget, right? If it has 100 million, 200 million budget, 5 million budget, I don't know. It was hard for me to find. Netflix usually comes through. I think if this movie would have had more buzz around it, maybe Jonah Hill maybe would have generated, let's say, more capital on the front end. I don't know how well it's doing on Netflix, but I couldn't find the budget. It's also an hour and 50 minutes, so that's good. I think, to me, that's good. Usually these movies that have lower budgeting on these streaming platforms might only be an hour 20, hour 30. So no, you get the full, this is a theater movie. That's how I felt watching it. Also watching it, you get a fresh look, right? A lot of hip hop, a lot of rap, a lot of culture is in this movie that you're watching. Two things I had a problem with. One is the transitions, right? Good thing is that it's shot in LA, right? So that's good to see actual LA that they ain't really shot in Atlanta. It was just shot in LA. A lot of B-roll, not the typical LA scenes that you see when they transition from scene to scene. So that's good. That's a good stuff. Two bad things that I had a problem with. One is, it's like they use the same filter to transition from scene to scene. It was kind of got old, redundant, the same. All right, we're in this scene, cut, let's go to the next one, show LA, do the whatever filter, the hip hop filter, and then move to the next scene. So they got to be a little bit creative with that, especially when you don't. I'm going to take that you didn't have a big budget. So you have to be creative in how you're switching from position to position, scene to scene, and still telling your story across. Also, the second thing, it was like a shoe fetish or something. I don't know. Maybe that's a culture thing that I'm not into, but every scene, it's like they zoomed in and highlighted shoes. Like who got the freshest kicks on. Even a couple scenes, they're like, man, we're going to buy some shoes. So for me, I didn't, come on, man. I understand you're highlighting shoes and all that stuff, but if you didn't notice that, I guarantee if you watch it again, you're going to see what I'm saying. Every scene, some type of shoe was highlighted. So I didn't get that. So music was also good, man. I also think that they had a soundtrack come out with this of Jonah Hill selecting, I like these 15 songs that are going to be in the movie. So I was happy with that, but you still don't get extra points for that, right? I need creativity. I need you to reinvent how I'm watching movies. And for me, very standard in cinematography. They did a couple good things and a couple bad things. For me, middle of the pack, cinematography is going to get a 3 out of 5, okay? Next category, storytelling. Storytelling for me starts off, you have Mo and Easy have a podcast. Hilarious, by the way. I wish it was a real podcast so I could listen. And if it is, let me know. Somebody tag it in there. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you have an individual kind of lost late 20s, early 30s, looking for love, right? Trying to find it on dating apps and friends of families. And he's going through life. That's Jonah Hill's character. You also have Laura London's character where, to me, it's not, she's looking for love, but she's not running away from it either. They meet, and I'm going to say I appreciate the organic love. This wasn't on an app or something that was like, oh, I see where this is going. I've seen this before. But no, they modernized how they met, even the conflict, what happened, what started it. And then they progressed to this engagement. Now, the issue is the interracial dating, right? That was the hot topic of this movie and in this movie. I'm going to say that storyline is not original at all. When you got, let's say, a couple pillars of those type of movies, when you got West Side Story, you got Save the Last Dance, you got Guess Who, you got Othello, right? Those are the pillars. So for me, this movie's trying to catch up to that. Not saying it needs to top those movies, but you already have in your head, okay, that's what I'm watching with those type of dramas and rom-coms. For this, I don't think it reached that peak, but at the same time, it didn't disappoint. I would say the black family to me wasn't as understanding of the white family compared to the white family trying to prove to the black family that they understand their struggle and be hip with them, right? So that's the two dynamic and two struggles they had. Watching the movie, you could tell it was a little forced. Each scene was specific for that, even though in real life, you could have those serious scenes, but I will say sometimes it happens by accident, right? Nobody goes into it. They might speak to each other, but they're gonna say, okay, I'm not gonna say nothing here. But no, these scenes seem forced, like, no, we gotta get this out. And I understand it for the movie purposes. But the scenes were on fire, man. You got the dinner scene, you got the car ride. These are a couple of scenes that was highlighted. And then the one that was in the trailer, the lunch scene, when you got Nia Long and Eddie Murphy sitting with Jonah Hill. My heart will start hurting too, trying to figure out, hey, do you really love her? Do you want to go on and fight that bull? But the bull is like, I don't even understand why I'm here, and disrespecting you blatantly in your face. So for me, storyline, I've seen these storylines before. It was predictable. Which I like that they did something towards the end, because obviously I'm not going to tell the whole movie, but I like how they did something towards the end and then it became predictable after that. But for me, storytelling is going to get a 3.5 out of 5. That's not a bad thing, right? I would say it just did okay. It did its job. So next category, did I get what I bought? Once again, this movie is rated R. It's on Netflix. Netflix keep going up. Standard, I think subscription is $15.99 or something like that. Y'all could fact check me on that. But it came with Netflix, right? So you don't have to get an extra purchase. If you already own Netflix or share an account, if you already own Netflix, it came with the subscription. Now, that's a standard movie ticket, $10 to $15. So you didn't have to pay anything extra to watch this movie or feel like, man, you're getting gypped. A lot of these things, the interracial conversations need to be had, especially in 2023, bro. Like, we're going through it all day, every day. And the funny thing is, especially with blacks and Jews, in my opinion, we're more alike than we are different. Yes, our skin color is different, so our life currently, we have to live different. But let's say our pasts they're different but similar. And I think we have to understand, sometimes we're allies and not enemies. So it was pretty funny why they picked those two demographics, even though I'm cool with it, right? I didn't have a problem with it. I also never heard of a Drake conversation. One of the quotes that I got out of it is, I need you to be my future friend, right? Be a friend like Future, not like Pusha T. So I thought that was pretty funny how Mo and Easy are having a conversation of a Drake conversation. I was following along too, so I appreciated that. The best way I can bundle up this movie in one sentence, the best way I could describe it, I would say this movie is comedically serious as possible. So very serious topic, and they sprinkle on some comedy on there that's appropriate. But I enjoyed it, man. And then also the power of apology. Sometimes you are the bad guy. Yes, you out there, you're the bad guy. If you watch it right now, you could be a bad guy, and including me. I could be a bad guy in certain situations. So the power of apology and understand how you played in a role, what was your percentage of the fault or non-fault, and then apologize when you realize it is you. So I thought that was pretty cool. So did I give it a bar? I'm gonna say a 4.5 out of 5. Highly impressed. I was not mad that I watched this movie. All right, last category, is it a must-see? You get powerful conversations. I think it kind of, I don't have a Twitter, but I heard from the grapevine, start Twitter wars, people having these in-depth conversation on Instagram and just the internet. So I think that's always good. Healthy conversation, healthy conflict. So powerful conversations. It's hilarious too, man. From beginning to end, just the banter and the one-on-one conversations. Mike Epps was pretty funny. He always playing an uncle. Mike Epps is always playing the funny uncle, man. So great by him. Many tone-deaf situations too. As you see, black people got to go through racism all day, but just doesn't mean every situation is racist, right? Or we don't need you to stick up for us. Sometimes we can stick up for ourselves, or sometimes we just tired, bro. We ain't finna argue and fight every conversation that's a problem, okay? So just understand that in the world out there. One thing that I took from watching this is, this could be painful, but be yourself, bro. If people accept you, people like you, good. If they don't, good. But be yourself. You ain't gotta lie to yourself, right? At the end of the day, everybody else is taken. You can't be anybody else. You can only be you. because everybody else is taken, man. So that's one powerful thing that I took from this movie. So is it a must-see? I'm going to say a 4 out of 5. Plenty of quotables. Is it the N-word? If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what scene I'm talking about. That was pretty funny to me. So is it a must-see? I'm going to say a 4 out of 5. So overall, You People receives a 4 out of 5. What? Come on, man. A 4 out of 5 from me. Check out my 2023 movies. We going through this thing. It's almost, the month is over, man. Hey, we just started the new year, and we already 4 or 5 episodes in, okay? So this is the part of the segment where I give you a forgotten segment, a movie that you never heard of, you forgot about, or you definitely need to double back. So let's play Guess What Movie I'm Talking About. This movie came out in 2005, okay? 2005, but it's based off of a book written in the 1950s. What movie am I talking about? Oh, that's a hard one, boy. That's a hard one. 1950s, the book, and then the movie, they created a movie in 2005. You done? You guessing? Yeah? No? You typing? All right. Time's up. That movie is Narnia. Yes, Narnia. This movie's PG. It's a fantasy adventure. You have Tilda Swinton and James McAvoy are a couple heavy hitters in this movie. Other people are new actors or B to C list actors. So for me, opens up kids' imagination of kind of like the Harry Potters, right? Like they go in a closet, they're playing, they go in a closet, now they have to save the world. So I thought that was pretty cool. If you have never heard of Narnia, I would say check it out. They have a couple remakes, I think 2 or 3 movies after the original, but the original, for me, I will start there. Narnia, You People, let me know what you think. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And that's it. I'll be back next week. Holla at your boy. Peace.